Okay, guys. Let's do... Let's do top 10 terrified places in Tokyo you should never visit.
At 1-800 Contacts, we're here for people like Allison, who's lost her prescription. Don't panic, Allison. Let us panic. Okay, now we'll simply call Allison's doctor and get it for her. There. Let's all calm down with a cup of tea. Just call, go online, or download the app. Contacts. All kinds of gifts. Paid for all kinds of giving. Etsy has it. While it may be a beautiful island filled with cherry blossom trees and famous attractions, Japanese folklore is riddled with terrifying tales that are sure to send shivers down your spine. And its capital, Tokyo, is no stranger to a haunted house. In fact, some of the most
We do have a haunted house?
across Japan,
That's just like
right
my country, US does.
So get ready, because I'm here to tell you the top 10 terrifying places in Tokyo you should never visit. Starting us off at number 10, the Toyoma Park. Here in the heart of Tokyo lies one of the most haunted places in Japan. While in the day, the park is a lively spot filled with picnics and games. At night, it becomes a whole different place. As the story goes, during World War II, this area was used as a dumping ground for many prisoners of war, and their bodies remain buried deep across the park. At night, it's said to become haunted as the spirits rise and terrorize any who enter. Those who have dared hear terrifying shrills only to find no one around them, and many have reported seeing hitodoma, a fiery ball of light that appears when a person's soul has been separated from its body. And it's not all myth either. Around 20 years ago, hundreds of bones were unearthed from the park's grounds, and even to this day, fragments of victims are slowly being brought to the surface. Next up at number 9, Sunshine 60. Before it was one of Tokyo's tallest skyscrapers, the land where the Sunshine 60 sits was occupied by a terrifying prison. Sugamo Prison, as it was known, held anarchists, communists, and prisoners of war during the American occupation of Japan, and its infamy comes from the 7 war criminals, one of which was a former prime minister, who were executed on the site. After the prison closed, the public was disturbed to find out they planned on building an entertainment complex on the land, but still the development continued as planned. It's believed the 7 men haunt the building, and over the years there have been countless paranormal sightings of strange apparitions and noises when no one was around. Most disturbing of all, it's said that at night, strange fireballs can be seen floating around the building, terrifying any who happen to be near. Next up at number 8, Oya Shrine. As the legend goes, there was once a woman named Yotsuya who married a masterless samurai. One day she receives a cream that she suspects to be a gift from her husband, but after she uses it, she realizes it was poisonous. Yotsuya, seeing how the cream has disfigured her face, becomes hysterical and accidentally takes her own life while running with a sword. Yotsuya then returns as a revengeful ghost to avenge her death and terrorize her husband for what he did to her. The story was the basis for Yotsuya Kaden, one of Japan's most infamous ghost stories, and over the years, many strange and inexplicable accidents have occurred at the site. Even today, cast that put on productions of the story go to get permission from the woman's grave so as not to be haunted by her for the rest of eternity. Next up at number 7, Zoshigaya Cemetery. While many places seem to just get spooky after the sun goes down, the Zoshigaya Cemetery is feared at all hours of the day. Those who have dared to visit the site claim to have witnessed witnessed strange faces and white hands appearing out of the trees, and 3 people have actually been known to take their own life while on the grounds. Their spirits are thought to haunt the grounds along with many other souls buried deep. As with many other haunted sites, you can hear strange noises if you dare to enter, but the most disturbing occurrence is from several reports of people experiencing temporary paralysis while strolling through the cemetery. Many that have dared to visit once have never returned, in fear that something even worse could happen if they step foot on the property again. Coming in at number 6, the Doriodo Temple. After the tragic killing of an 81-year-old woman in 1963, the Doriodo Temple was thought to be cursed and would never be the same again. It closed after the incident, and people immediately kept away from it, fearing the woman would haunt the temple and terrorize those who visited. Then, later in 1973, the body of a missing college student was found there, and it was later discovered her professor, who she was having an affair with, took her life, then set fire to the temple in an attempt to hide the evidence, leaving behind only demolished remains at the site. The name Doriodo roughly means end of the road temple, and over the years of incidents, locals have interpreted it to mean that this is the last place you'll be seen alive. So enter if you dare. You might still hear the screams of those whose last days were at this very spot. Coming in at number 5, Ireto. Back in 1923, Ireto was the place where many took refuge during the Great Kanto earthquake. Sadly, as the time of the earthquake was when many were cooking in their homes, huge fires broke out all across the city, and not many survived. The site was used as a makeshift crematorium where an estimated 38,000 body remains lay, and then, after World War II, a memorial hall was constructed as a place to bury victims from the war. Riddled with ghosts from the tragic earthquake and the war, it's no wonder the hall is believed to be haunted by many of the locals. People walking nearby have reported hearing strange and uncanny noises, and even apparitions of those presumed to have died here all those years ago. Next up at number 4, the Akasaka Weekly Mansion. Although it is a luxury hotel, Akasaka Mansion is also one of the most horrifying places to spend your night. Patrons have reported countless paranormal activities, like strange white mists suddenly appearing and being grabbed while in bed in the middle of the night. Appliances and lights are known to mysteriously turn on and off independently, but the most terrifying of all is the one account of a woman who said she was actually dragged across the room by a terrifying spirit, and she has the scratch marks along her back to prove it. So unless you are looking to be grabbed in your sleep by a terrifying demon and dragged around the floors of your hotel, I think it's best to stay away from the Akasaka Mansion and look elsewhere. Next up at number 3, the Masakado's Grave. While it's not uncommon to assume a grave could be haunted, this one is especially disturbing. Masakado's grave is the resting place of an ancient angry samurai rebel. As the legend goes, he was decapitated and his head was left on display at a riverbank. For months, its eyes remained open and its teeth grinding, showing no sign of decomposition. Those who passed the head would claim to hear it screeching or yelling, calling out for whoever did this to them to show themselves. Then, mysteriously, one day, the head disappeared from the riverbank and made its way from Kyoto all the way to Tokyo, where it supposedly rests to this day. It has long been believed that anyone who disturbs the gravesite will be cursed for all eternity and risk serious injury or even death. In the past, people have tested the curse and attempted to build on the site, but plans have
I didn't know that.
always canceled as workers kept mysteriously dying out of nowhere. So what do you think? Are you brave enough to visit the site to see for yourself if the curse is real? Coming in at number 2, the Komine Tunnel. In 1989, a cannibal and killer took the life of a young woman and left her mutilated body near the Komine Tunnel. And ever since, no one dares to return to the area. Locals believe the girl haunts the spot, and frequent reports have been made witnessing the ghost lurking around the tunnel. Some hear noises, some feel a cool chill down their spine, but all that enter feel a strange sensation that they are not alone. The locals were so terrified to visit this spot that the government actually built a new tunnel in 2006 to avoid ever needing to go near it again. One account of a cyclist who accidentally found himself by the tunnel stated he felt something cold and wet grab his ankle, but that nothing was there. Frightened it was the ghost of the girl, he started to run away, but could still feel her hands on him, and his leg went completely frozen. To this day, paranormal investigators frequent the haunted tunnel, hoping to catch the ghost on camera, but none have been successful. And in our number 1 spot, the Himuro Mansion. Many years ago, this mansion was owned by a very rich family that practiced the occult. Now, as the story goes, a part of their practice was something called the strangling ritual, in which a maiden that had been isolated from birth would be bound at every limb point, and then the ends of those ropes would be attached to 5 oxen, who, when cued, would run and dismember the woman. The ropes would then be soaked in her blood and placed over a portal they believed would keep bad karma away for 50 years. Kind of ironic considering this feels like it would cause their bad karma, but what do I know? Now, as you probably guessed, this particular ceremony did not go as planned, as the chosen maiden had snuck away and met a lover and therefore had not been isolated and was impure and unfit for the ritual. Legend says the lover came to the maiden's rescue during the ritual, and the head of the family decided the solution for all of this was to take the life of all 7 members of his family and then himself. To this day, the mansion is believed to be haunted by the souls of the Himuro family, and visitors that walk past may just hear the screeching voices of a maiden. But be careful, it is said the souls will try to entice visitors to complete their ritual from all those years ago. Well, there you have it, guys. That's all I've got for you today. My name is Kennedy.
Okay, guys, I will see you in the video, so I'll see you then.